What is going on, my dudes? Tasha here, back again with another Genshin Impact video. And if you guys like the content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified of when the next Genshin Impact video comes out. Today, we are going to be talking about the two new units that were basically announced coming in 3.2 with Layla here and, of course, Nahida. So let's go ahead and talk about, obviously, Layla first. Now, Layla is going to be a sleepy girl, of course. She is a elf character and of the cryo element. She will also be a one-handed sword user from what I'm seeing. Now, I'm not going to go too much into depth about these abilities, but honestly, Layla looks like she's going to be a lot of fun. I've been hearing a lot of murmurs around the background with Layla, especially when it comes to her abilities and what she's able to do. I was talking to a couple of the homies in the Discord, which, by the way, if you have not joined the Discord yet, down below, we might see a change in the national or Raid National team at the very least. Now, Raid National is a very weird, not really weird, but a very, very good team in general. And one of the key components of the Raid National team is actually Xingqiu. And from what I'm hearing, she might be the replacement for Xingqiu. She might actually dethrone Xingqiu in that team, which is actually a pretty big accomplishment considering the fact that Xingqiu is so widely utilized in a bunch of teams. Now, granted, I am not saying that Xingqiu is not going to be meta. Xingqiu is always going to be meta. I'm sorry, but it's just a fact. However, the fact that Layla might be able to dethrone Xingqiu in at least one team is a very big deal because of the fact of what, you know, Layla could possibly do. Now, I don't know much about Layla's abilities. These are just murmurs, okay? So take what I'm saying with an absolute grain of salt. But one thing you can't take a grain... one thing I'm saying that you can't take with a grain of salt, sorry, my apologies, is that the design for Layla is absolutely adorable. I love the design of this character, and honestly, it plays a lot into the astrology aspect like we've seen with Mona, and you could see it really in Layla's attire. Now, I don't know if Layla's going to know Mona. Obviously, that would be very glib of me to assume that just because they're both into astrology that they know each other, but I would honestly like to make that guess because they like to tie in characters. Obviously, we've seen characters like, you know, Amber and Kale, who are from different regions. We've seen them obviously tie other characters together like Miko and Ganyu. You know, those are obvious, like, those aren't obvious pairings that you'd see, but they do know each other. So it wouldn't be a stretch of the imagination to possibly see that Layla and Mona know each other. Now, Layla is going to be a 4-star. There's no doubt about that. And I even posted a speculation sheet that somebody said that wasn't a guarantee that all these characters were going to be in a certain alignment. And we have even a Genshin Leaks channel in the Discord that we talk about. But that doesn't mean that those haven't been spot on. Now, the person who speculated even said that Nahida and Layla would be in 3.2. And that there's no misconception. This is for 3.2. So Layla's going to Layla looks awesome. Layla's going to be awesome. I cannot wait for her. Now let's go ahead and talk about, obviously, the Archon of Sumeru, Lesser Lord Kusanali, or as we know her in this, Nahida. Now, for people who don't know, and I actually had to discuss this with another member of my community, is that Nahida is the mortal given name, basically, while Kusanali is her Archon name. So, when you see these characters like how Zhongli was actually Morax was his Archon name, and Zhongli is his mortal name, and Venti, I don't really much want to, or I don't know why I had a moment. Barbados is his Archon name, and Venti is actually his, you know, human name. So, Nahida here, and there's going to be massive spoilers in this as well. If you haven't completed the Archon quest for 3.1, there is a lot to find out about Nahida. Now, Nahida here is actually also, spoiler alert to you all out there, this is your last chance to click out of the video really quick and then come back later. Nahida is actually Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. And we've seen, you know, trailers and stuff about Ruka Devada talking about her, but that is the big twist in the Archon story. And so Ruka Devada and Nahida are the same. Am I upset about it? Absolutely. I am absolutely distraught about this. And the only reason why is because Ruka Devada's the hotter version and Nahida's the child version. So, yeah, it's a little weird. But I digress. Kusanali here, or Nahida as we know her right now, is fantastic. I've seen a lot of leaks of her, and to be quite honest, I can't go into detail with the leaks because I don't want to get in trouble. But I will say that the stuff I've seen is absolutely adorable. Nahida is going to be a fun character and a broken character at that, or at least that's what it seems. Honestly, we've seen a change in the meta with elemental mastery characters like Cyno, obviously Tighnari, and Nahida is going to be no exception. I think they're going to make really these Dendro units a lot more elemental mastery driven. But what we didn't get into is obviously we know that she's going to be Dendro. She is the Dendro Archon. We already got that. The thing with her is that she's going to be a Dendro Catalyst user, which is, you know, first, obviously, we have 2 Dendro Bow users, and technically with the Traveler, we have a Dendro one-handed sword. So Nahida will be the first of the Catalysts, which will leave us with Claymore and Polearm, which honestly is not going to be too far until we get a Polearm, as you've seen in the stories. And Claymore, I'm sure, is not too far away either. But I'm really, really digging what they're doing with Nahida. Nahida is going to be a very, very fun character. And honestly, guys, if you weren't thinking of summoning for her, take my word for it. She's great. She's going to be fantastic. You need to summon for her. And the Archons are always made to be semi-broken, if not very OP in general. And Nahida, from what I've seen, is no exception. So, what does that mean for 3.2? Now, 3.2, as I've stated before, is going to be on, not September 20th, what am I thinking? But it's going to be near November, obviously. We kind of already know that. And we still need to go for Nilou. But, honestly, these 2 characters are so freaking cool. Layla, just in looks in general, is freaking amazing. And Nahida, I've liked since she was announced in the story trailers and when we first got a glimpse of her. I think she's adorable. I love her storyline so far. And honestly, from what I've seen, her kit's going to be great. So I can't wait. And guys, let me know in the comments down below. What are you excited for with 3.2? Definitely want to hear you guys' opinions on that. And also, guys, we just recently hit 503 subs. So we passed the 500 mark, guys. That's so freaking awesome. And I couldn't have done it without y'all. I'm so very blessed to have such an amazing community with you guys. I'm hoping soon that the community tab will spawn up so that way I can actually post to you guys and we can have discussions on YouTube. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on stuff and be able to make videos with you guys. It'd be fantastic. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys are excited for. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And as always, we will see you guys when we get back from TwitchCon. Take care and be safe.